Hey, I'm Nicholas Prom,
I'm Chase.
And I'm Dylan.
and you're watching Posers Must
Posers Must Die.
Die! Our latest adventures in the exciting and kick-ass world of heavy metal.
And boy, are we going to have an adventure tonight.
That's right, we are going to a show in just a few hours. We are going to see the triple thrash threat of Deathblow, Stress Test, and Atomic Terror at the high watermark. It is going to fucking rule. Tomorrow at work is going to suck, but I don't care. This is a Sunday show. We don't skip. All right. Atomic Terror are our boys, and Stress Test fucking rules. Deathblow rules. This is gonna be the shit, baby. So,
our favorite place.
Yes, at our favorite place, our home base, and the whole Posers Must Die crew will be there, which is a quasi rarity. It's not common. So yes, but yes, cool. Why don't we get into our reviews for this week? We've got a new album that's coming out. Chase, give us a skinny on this one.
Where are we starting?
Crystal Viper.
Oh, my bad. Okay, yeah. Let's see, we got the live quest, Crystal Viper, out June 27th on Listenable Records. The live quest was recorded throughout Europe over the course of their 2024 Silver Key tour.
Mm-hmm. Some of it's from the Keep It True festival, because they mention it on the record.
Yeah.
But yeah, yes, on Listenable Records, I found the album listenable. What were some of you guys' thoughts on this?
I actually wasn't really at all familiar with Crystal Viper, so this was a kind of a new thing for me, and I liked it. It was fun. The opening track gave me immediate Arian Arion rather, Star One type vibes.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Yeah, and then it just broke into just like Judas Priest, Iron Maiden worship type stuff throughout the rest of the album.
Yeah, and that's pretty good. I mean, like as far as like just baseline
solid,
heavy
yeah.
metal, pretty solid. Dylan, what do you have any thoughts here, man?
This was good. I've never heard of Crystal Viper, but I wasn't crazy about this. Like this isn't really my kind of metal sound, but it was enjoyable for a live album. I enjoyed listening to it. I liked the crowd engagement.
Yeah, that was
my
fun.
one highlight from this album would be the song Metal Nation. I actually did really like that song.
Oh yeah,
it was pretty
Metal
good.
song about metal. I love metal.
We love our anthems here.
yeah.
But yeah, this isn't something I'm going to be returning to. It was just okay.
Yeah, I gotta say, I liked it fine. I feel like I owe you guys an apology. I saw this on the promo list, and I kind of had a dim but positive, memory of Crystal Viper. I don't know. I was thinking maybe Chase and I had reviewed them back in the e-metal reviews days, or something. But I think I was thinking of a different band. Honestly.
I think you may have been too, yeah.
Yeah,
I think I know who you're thinking of.
Yeah, like I was thinking it was like Alpha Viper or like Sacred Oath or something, or like
Sacred Oath. That's what. Yeah.
Yeah, and like Sacred Oath is older though too. I think they started in like the late '80s, but
I think so, yeah.
But I can't remember. But anyway, so I kind of goofed on there. This was fine. I mean, it is just on this side of the sort. I want to support women in metal, and we love and when it's good, love a female-fronted metal band. This is sort of like just barely on this over on the positive side for me. Like it's similar to stuff that I think is really corny and lame, like Battle Beast and Hailstorm, But I like this better than that, and I thought there was some really good guitar solos, and it's okay. It's some decent traditional metal. I feel like I kind of like fucked up in picking this, so I'm sorry, or in asking to review this. But I did have fun. I listened to this a bunch, and yeah, it's okay. Like Dylan, I'm probably not going to come back to it. But I mean, if you're really into European traditional metal, these guys are from Poland. Give it a listen. You're not going to hate this. If you like bands like is it Sacred Steel that I'm thinking of?
Maybe.
Or whatever. It's if you like that Swords and Dragons stuff, that's not muscly like Manowar, it's kind of right in that wheelhouse.
This is very power metal.
Yeah,
very power metal, yeah. And Marta Gabriel. She has a very powerful voice, and
Yeah, no,
I
she
do like
does.
her voice.
Yeah,
yeah.
and it reminded me a little bit of classic Warlock, so that's something in the
Oh
positive
yeah, yeah,
column too.
Sure.
So
definitely.
I didn't, I like this fine. I just didn't like love it, and I'm sorry. I feel like we should have definitely gone with something stronger this week to open the show.
Well, that was Crystal
Hey,
Viper.
I'm
Yeah.
sure there's somebody out here watching this that loves this band and was excited for this to come out and shit their pants when they saw we were reviewing it.
Yeah, so there you go. Yeah, and this is, I feel like we're giving like faint but damning praise, but like really this is good. It's just not like earth-shattering.
Yeah.
Um but
And
yeah.
if you like things like if you like Lovecraftian themes in your metal and whatnot, they have like 2 or 3 whole albums where that's the whole deal. And the first like 4 track, or not counting the intro, the first 3 tracks, uh, Fever of the Gods, The Silver Key, and The Cult were all very clearly Lovecraftian inspired, and I
Yeah,
had
and
fun with those.
yeah, and
Yeah,
they got songs about like witches and shit, and that's neat.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty good. Were there any like real song highlights for either of you guys?
Well, Fear of the Gods, Metal Nation, and Night of the Sin, which is pretty
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
Yeah,
those are really good. I liked those, and the Witch's Back was cool, and
which
so
is
yeah,
back. Yeah,
yeah. Um, but yeah, decent, And also
yeah,
sometimes I really like live albums that aren't like double live albums. You know what I mean? That's just like a snapshot.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
uh,
This was exactly.
there's a, there was a, it's funny, there was in the early 90s, there's like a slew of a lot of like, uh, uh, not terribly lengthy, live albums from a lot of metal bands where they're like fulfilling, a contract before they're getting dropped
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
shit because metal is dying, unfortunately, at that time. And, but honestly, there's a lot of really fun records from that time. They're not like, great. I just listened to Evil Dead's live album from that time, and I really enjoyed it actually. It's only like half an hour long though, So but still pretty cool. So uh, I kind of liken this to something like that almost. Like these bite-sized live albums are kind of interesting. But I don't know. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Um, but yeah, why don't we move on? I think there's something. The next album in our review queue is something we have lots of things to say about, and lots of shit. Why don't we go on to Chase's classic album?
Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot. Death, Scream, Bloody Gore.
Oh
Uh,
yeah,
Released on let's see, May 25th, 1987 on Combat Records.
yes.
And I will first and foremost say that the Ed Repka rule is in full effect here.
Oh my God, right?
Ed Repka, yeah.
Ed Repka art, it's like means it must buy. It's buy or
Yeah,
die. And
essentially, yeah.
this is one of his most iconic covers. It's really awesome. And okay, so this is 1987. It's 2 years after Possessed Seven Churches comes
Mm-hmm.
out. Okay. Which I still consider a thrash album. And like the early death metal albums are super thrashy, or death metal albums are. I
Yeah.
don't know if I just said death or death metal, but uh, the early death metal albums are uh, uh, real thrashy, and
Yeah.
that's a huge appeal for me. I just think like that's just like the best time in the underground is like 86 to 91 when or whatever, when like thrash is king but death metal is nipping at its heels. It's great. It's such a rad time. But but yeah, I bought this in like 1998 or 9. I was in high school and I was so not ready for it. I had heard like a little bit of death metal. I'd heard like a buddy had like the Sepultura Morbid Visions Bestial Devastation, which to me at the time was death metal. I'd heard a little bit of Cannibal Corpse, and I think I might have even had I'd heard like Carcass maybe a little. And so I didn't have much to go on. And this was a bit extreme for me at the time, but I fucking love it. I listened to this a bunch the past couple days, just kind of like getting refamiliar. It's like, yeah, this is just, it starts and just kicks ass and doesn't let up, and it's really thrashy. shout out to Chris Reifert. Is it Chris Reifert or Sean Reifert? I always get them mixed up. But really great job on the drums on this. Of course, Chuck is Chuck. Yeah, it's a great record. You guys.
Well, I was gonna say normally I have a comparison, like, oh, I bet these guys like, sort of thing, but this is like premier like death metal shit. This is all like
Yeah.
Chuck's brain baby going on here. And yeah, there are some definite influences and inspirations, but they're not, and to me at least, they're not particularly clear.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, and I think the last album I may have said that about was actually Seven Churches. So
Interesting. Yeah.
Oh, there's that.
There is that. But yeah, dude, this is the album that launched him, so many death metal bands, and with good reason. I mean, you would even see. I can't remember. It was. I think it was like for leprosy or spiritual healing. I saw like magazine ads for like death, the first word in death metal, which is funny, because these guys really were the guys that they got the album out first, and I think Morbid Angels, first album doesn't come out until '89. I'm pretty sure Altars of Madness is 1989, isn't it?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, 88 or 89. But yeah, Dylan, what do you've been real quiet here, man.
No, I just don't want to interrupt.
Go.
I, of course, fucking love this album. This is one of my favorite metal albums in general. This is one of the first albums that got me into more extreme metal.
Yeah.
I love...
Too.
This cover is great. I like it, and it's so... I love the one skeleton that's like laughing with his tongue sticking out. Like, that's even... That little... The skeleton on the right, with the hood on.
Yeah.
That little image of him with his tongue sticking out has even reached out to like non-metalheads. Like, I've seen people use that as like profile pictures and shit on the internet. But this album sounds like it was recorded in this room that these skeletons are in. And that's a great thing. That's what you want. You want to be able to look at the cover while you're listening and like connect the two. I don't know what it is. I just love albums like this, like that are like the first from a really popular band. These are like this is my favorite Death album.
Yeah. I think I like Leprosy a bit more, but hurt.
Yeah, I understand, but like this is my personal. I just like the raw, like silly, horror. Okay. Metal kind of like it's not talking about like serious messages in the lyrics. It's just about like horror kind of shit, and it's just having fun. You know what I mean? And yeah, I mean this is just a great fucking first release from Death. Like there's not a bad song on here.
Yeah, but on that front, guys, favorite songs from this record?
Infernal Death, Regurgitated Guts, and Evil Dead. Even though as far as I can tell, it's not really about Evil Dead.
I think it is.
I thought it was.
I can't tell.
But yeah, Torn to Pieces and Evil Dead and stuff are favorites for me. It's great.
Torn to Pieces is my favorite fucking song on here. I fucking love that. That is another one of those songs, like last week when I was talking, or not last week, a couple weeks ago when I was talking about that Benediction song. Like this is like a brick in a washing machine kind of song that I love. Torn to Pieces. Just like if I wasn't a pussy and I moshed more, I would that song would instantly get me in the pit. There's no way it wouldn't. But yeah, Zombie Ritual, Baptized in Blood.
Yeah, Zombie Ritual.
I listened. I don't know what version of this I listened to, but there was a surprise for me at the end. There were two songs that are not on the original album. Okay, and I don't know if that was some re-release where
I have no idea what version you listened to with bonus tracks, so I can't speak to that.
I don't know what it was either. I couldn't find anything about it. But,
you're talking about Beyond the Unholy Grave and Land of No Return?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
I'm looking at the deluxe version on Apple Music, which is not the version I listened to. So I know I've heard those songs. But I don't.
I believe those were demos that they pulled from earlier material and put them on this, like remastered or something.
So here's the thing: Chuck was like slogging it out from like '83 on, just like putting out all these demos, all these rehearsal tapes, and just pushing. They really built their following by just cranking out tapes and getting that out in the tape trading circuit, and it worked.
Yep.
So yeah. Right on, dude. Yeah. Baptized in Blood's another one I really like too, and Mutilation too. But yeah, it's great shit. It's great shit. Scream Bloody Gore. It's a stone cold classic. I mean, like, death metal, but still there's so much thrash on it too, which is I think really helps. You know, because it's fast shit too, you know, and yeah, I love this. This is fucking great. I think I think I have a greater appreciation of this record probably even now more than I did in the past. But yeah.
What aids in it being a lot more thrash than death, like in our minds, I guess, is Chuck's vocals.
Yeah.
They're growly, but they're kind of screamy. Like they're they're not like the real low growl shit we're so used to in death metal now.
Yeah. Death metal, exactly.
Well, and it's
those old school vocals are great.
Yeah, and it's so interesting because you know, like, you really don't hear people like trying to copy Chuck either in the vocal style. You know, it's kind of like, oh, that's death, all right, you know, and like, but people would do their version of that kind of stuff. And I think again, I really like early death metal vocals because it eventually got to be fairly monochrome in the way they were, you know, the style that people would do them in. But again, I like death metal vocals with highs and not pig squeal shit. You know, I'm not a fan of that. I don't enjoy that. But
and these vocals make it easier to understand. Like some of these songs, I've learned the lyrics just from multiple listens.
Yeah. and frankly, a lot of death metal, I'm not going to necessarily say majority, but a lot of it, yeah, you really have to listen closely or need a fucking lyric sheet to know to decipher what they're saying. And it's like, you know, if you have something to say real that's not about, like, you know, horror movies and shit, you know, if you're like Napalm Death, you know, like, sorry, maybe, you know, death vocals are not the best way to convey that message. You know, deicide have not ended Christianity. You know, sadly, you know.
Now that would be a sight to see.
Man, that's awesome. But yeah. But anyway, this rules. And going back to Ed Repka album covers and Dan Seagrape too, because I know we've been waxing both guitars a lot. I think both of them have art that is just so immersive that you're like, man, it's like Frank Frazetta paintings or something. Like, you really just want to stare at this shit and like, I want to be in that world or at least visit it, you know, you know, on an adventure. And they'd be like, holy shit, I went to hell, or I was in this castle with these ghouls. It was fucking rad.
Hell yeah.
Or this dungeon or whatever. But
I want to have a drink with these guys. They look like a fine bunch of fellows.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably blood they're drinking. I don't know, but but maybe it's wine. Who knows? But anyway, it's kick-ass. It's death. Death fucking rules. I'm very fond of especially the first few Death albums. Do you guys have any more stuff about this? I mean, it's Scream Bloody Gore. Fuck, man.
Yeah. Scream Bloody Gore. Fuck. No, that was it.
Yeah.
Scream Bloody Gore. Fuck, man.
Have either of you guys watched the Death documentary?
No.
Oh, well, you really should. It's on Tubi, so fucking do it, okay?
Okay.
It's good. You'll learn about Chuck. You'll learn about the history of Death and a lot of the cool people he worked with. Yeah. Gene Hoglan's in it. Yay!
Yay!
Gene Hoglan and Steve DiGiorgio and all these incredible guys that he played with over the years. So yeah, it's a cool documentary. But yeah, Scream Bloody Gore. Fuck yeah. And so now we didn't do a Dylan's Demolition this week. We're doing a one-off segment I'm calling Dylan's Gotta Have It, baby, because he had this album he just really wanted to review. I said, okay, let's do it. And so we got it, and it's
P.I.L.A.U.
Poison in the Pit.
Poison in the Pit, 2025.
Yeah, Dylan and I saw them recently. They were very good. And you just fucking have just a hard on for this record, so
I'm sorry. I love these guys. Like, this is a nice. I think this EP is like 7 songs.
7 songs. It's like 22 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't listened to their other material yet. This is what I do. I usually, when I find a band I like, I latch onto their first album I listened to, and I just listen to the shit out of that until I'm ready for the next thing.
They only have like another demo.
They only have
like a demo.
I'm
or
still
another,
gonna try it though.
Or another shorter EP or something. And that's only like 12 minutes or something. But and that's good. It is comparable in quality to this. Like I like this, and I love crossover. I don't know why I wasn't in love with it. But like, I mean, it's ripping. It's fast. It's pissed off. It's thrash. It's all the things I should like, but I just like it. I don't love it.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay. Sometimes stuff doesn't grip you.
Yeah. But cool band though. I mean, I really thought they were great when we saw them live. Chase, you have any juice on this, man?
Dylan covered part of this. Released in April of this year on Headsplit Records.
Yay, Headsplit Records! Shout out to Dylan Laviolette, our pal. Woo! Nice guy and fucking cool dude. Yeah, nice guy, cool dude. Dylan Laviolette. Yeah. Anyway.
It's like Municipal Waste and Dr. Living Dead's drunk zombie thrasher baby band with a little bit of DRI in there.
Yeah. And I gotta go back and listen to Dr. Living Dead. I haven't heard them in so long.
Anyway. Yes, you should. Yes.
Yeah.
The song Behemoth Juggernaut, it sounded a lot. It starts off sounding a lot like Wild Dogs from Toxic Holocaust.
Oh, sure.
We're kind of evolving into its own thing.
Yes.
And I liked the song Final Trip, the somber kind of sound. They slow it down a little bit. Somebody lost something or someone there, and you felt I didn't know what the name of the song was. I didn't look up any of the lyrics. I just remember I listened to it and I'm like, sadness, what's going on? It got me.
Okay. I didn't pick up on that, so thanks. But I listened to this a bunch, and it's growing on me, but I'm like, I just like it. I don't love it.
Yeah.
Any more stuff from you guys?
No,
Go ahead.
I love it so much. I love this band. I want more from them. I love their vocals. I love their sound of their instruments. I like this is the perfect like crossover shit for me, and that's my favorite kind of sound. So
pull out. Okay.
Pull out.
Yeah. They're really good. I mean, like Dylan, you listen to stuff like The Accused and Dead Conspiracy, Cryptic Slaughter, right?
I've heard The Accused.
Cryptic Slaughter, yeah, good shit.
These are all crossover bands you would love. But like,
thank you, great.
Also, Wehrmacht. But like Cryptic Slaughter, not Cryptic Slaughter. Dead Conspiracy is weird because they were like crossover thrash, but also kind of death metal too. But they're so rad. I am friends with Eric, one of the guys from that band, and his son, who's a great dude. And they are in a new band called Sleepless, which we really need to like get on about. But they've got like 2 records already. But anyway, P.I.L.A.U. I've got on a side tangent while I'm just recommending more crossover for Dylan. But anyway,
Richard for it.
It's also good. Gangrene, you'll like Gangrene. They have all these songs about drinking beer, so you'll love it. This is definitely in that fine tradition of all those great crossover bands. That's kind of where I'm going with. P.I.L.A.U. Cool stuff.
And this album cover kicks ass too.
Yeah, that's fun.
Don't know the artist of this, but very cool album cover.
Yeah. Guess it's just time to get into Song of the Week, and Chase is up first.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. This week we got Knee Deep in the Dead from Hexen from L.A. Off of 2008's State of Insurgency, and I picked this one solely because I have been playing a fuck ton of Doom lately. Okay. And that's what this song is about.
Oh, okay.
I never could have guessed.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't know because I don't do video games, but I kind of
Knee Deep in the Dead is the title of a level from Doom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I believe.
No, it's a difficulty setting.
Difficulty. Sorry.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, it's Hexen. It fucking rules. Oh, and Hexen is the name Hexen is also a nod to a video game.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Anywho, thrash fucking rules.
Yeah, it's thrash. They were part of the that big thrash wave. It's funny. They had this album and then they didn't do another album for like another 10 years or something. And I just think like, man, how much money do you think they spent to get an Ed Repka album cover because they're like, yeah, that's how we'll move units, you know. I mean, it probably cost $5,000 or $10,000 to get him to do a painting.
I never thought about it. Oh God,
I'll bet you
it's a lot of money.
Yeah, I mean, but it is a cool cover, and this was a fun song. Yeah. It's thrash, you know. Yeah. I'm fond of thrash metal, so I like it.
Dylan, what you got?
I'm so glad you chose this because I've been searching for this album cover, like this exact one. Oh. I saw this cover once, and I listened to this band once, like way the fuck back in the day, and I put it in like a playlist and forgot about it. And I could not find this fucking album cover of this guy blowing up a bus for the longest time. And then you picked that, like, there it is! Okay. Fuck! And then that also made me go and look at Ed Repka's art. And he's done a lot of covers for albums. And
oh yeah,
in vein with what Nick was saying, a lot of them are bands that, like, I have never fucking heard of and I don't know anything about. And I'm sure they all did the same thing. Where it's like, let's get Ed Repka to do our cover, and then nothing happens. Like,
well, maybe, you know, look, the idea is like, look, if you're like me or Chase, you know, you're like, oh, Ed Repka cover, well, I'm gonna at least give this album a listen.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
And same with the Dan Seagrave cover. It's like those guys are the guys, man. You know, like, you know, there are other incredible album, you know, guys who have done like, you know, one-off, you know, like incredible metal album covers, you know, but like. Those are the, you know, when you think of thrash and death metal, those are the dudes, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Indeed.
But, yeah, Hexen, it's pretty cool stuff. I mean, what do we think of the song itself, guys?
Yeah, we talked about everything but the song. I liked this song a lot. This is what, I mean, as we just mentioned this earlier, but, like, I could understand everything the vocalist was saying, and I was hearing all the Doom references. Okay. Put them all in there. So I enjoyed this song. It's cool. It rips. Not much more to say.
All right. Yeah. Are we good on this one? Ready to move on? Okay. Why don't we talk about Dylan's song of the week? Oh, what do we have?
My song of the week is Beneath the Wheel by DRI.
From Thrash Zone, 1989, right? Yeah. Why'd you pick this, Chase? Or Dylan? Sorry. I don't know why.
Because, you know, sometimes you feel like you're beneath the wheel, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
If you
Fair enough.
know the lyrics to this song.
Yeah.
So just, you know, it's been one of those weeks. I'm feeling like I'm beneath the wheel.
Okay. I mean, like, this song is about, like, hey, stay in school and, you know, look, well, if you want anything in life, you have to work for it. Like, don't be a slacker. Like, no, that shit's important. Yeah. You know,
or you'll be caught beneath the wheel. Yeah. It's like a high schooler, college age version of the game of the Razor song.
Yeah,
I'm so fond of.
Yeah,
that's what I mean. I'm hearing a song about the game of life.
Yeah,
but I'm hearing it the way the lyrics are like told to me. I'm hearing it as if like some old man is telling me this like in a mean way, like, don't fuck around or you're gonna be fucking dead. You know, don't fall behind. Like, get where, you know, like,
old man like Kurt Brecht telling you, straighten up.
I don't mean him directly. I just mean like this is what
Sorry. That was good. Sorry.
You guys know what I mean. Don't fuck with me.
I do. I do, and I get it. Like, in a broader sense, could mean like, you know, don't get dragged down by the wheel of life or whatever. But yeah. But yeah, and it's like, there's a real message. It's like, no, like, don't be a fuck up. Like, be proactive about engaging with, like, making your life better. You know, that's what we're talking about. And I think that's a great message. You know, it's like, don't just be a fucking dumbass party animal. That ain't gonna last forever. You know, you gotta work to improve your station. And that's what we're talking about. And that's cool, man. But this is a great song. Love DRI, who are coming. They'll be playing again, I think it's October 17th. Here in Portland, and that'll be cool. It's a Friday, I think, this time, and so, like, yes, DRI time. I haven't seen them in like so long, but I've seen them 2 or 3 times before, and they're great. So, Chase, didn't we go see DRI one time? Did you?
I have never seen DRI.
Fuck.
No.
Okay, so I failed as your best friend. And Dylan, no DRI shows for you? yet?
No, but I have had this album on disc like since I was a kid. So
Okay, yeah. I mean, and really, this album and Crossover and Four of a Kind are so great. That's like their really the trilogy of their crossover thrash albums. But I mean, but they obviously they had a few albums after that. They had a couple albums before that. Dear Eye is great. I mean, like one of the great thrash metal bands, and they're always touring. So you get a chance to see them every year, and I'm gonna take that opportunity again. I think this year. So yay, DRI, fucking rules. Great.
I'd like to say.
Oh,
it was a great pick, dude. Yeah, totally. But I'd also like to say that I've heard the song a couple of times over the years, and it never occurred to me until I listened to them through a particular kind of speaker that the main riff of Metallica's "Disposable Heroes" is actually buried in this song in like 3 different spots. It's not the main riff of the song, but like whenever there's a like a not a breakdown, God. Whenever there's a bit of a lull, the main riff from Disposable Heroes pops up and then fades back into the main riff of.
Interesting. I didn't catch that. I've never caught
Go
that.
Back.
So
listen to the 2 songs back to back. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll have to try that.
Okay. All right. Interesting. Okay. Are we good on this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And so my song of the week, I chose Black Funeral by Merciful Fate from their 1983 mega classic Melissa. I picked this. I just thought it was kind of. I've always loved this song. It's really fun.
Good one. Yeah.
But it's okay. It's like less than 3 minutes long. Okay. And the really funny thing about this track is it could have been like a perfect radio single if it wasn't about like if the chorus didn't say "Hail Satan" and the lyrics weren't about a satanic ritual. But like, and honestly, but it's so catchy. Like, and it's that length.
Really
it's probably the same length as "Breaking the Law" by Judas Priest. You know what I mean? It's just like in a parallel universe where the satanic panic didn't happen, we're like, yeah, that's cool. Satan, right on. Hail Satan. All hail Satan. Another world, like Merciful Fate could have been like enormous, like Judas Priest. But like, or Maiden or something. But I love this. I love King Diamond. And this just fucking rules. I remember, to this day, I remember the day I found this tape at the Goodwill. And like it was a life-changing moment. I mean, like,
awesome.
It was my first, like, oh my god, it was just, fuck. King Diamond rules. That's all I can say. You guys go. I've waxed the car of this.
What a time to be alive where you just find this on tape at a Goodwill. Like,
yeah.
Dude, I found Tankard Zombie. I found Tankard Zombie Attack at the Goodwill. I found Destruction Live Without Sense at the Goodwill. Also, these are all cassettes.
Oh my god,
incredible! Like I would Annihilator, Alice in Hell. These were seminal records for me, man. They were really important shit. So, but yeah. Thoughts on this song, guys?
I would like to give this song the Razor Deathwish 3 treatment, but put it over The Devil's Rain.
Yes! I knew you were going to say The Devil's Rain. Yes! Dude, that fucking rules. Yes. I love that. Dylan, you have technology powers. Maybe you should do that.
I'd have to know what that is.
The Devil's Rain is a movie star. Devil's Rain is a satanic film, like thriller from the 70s, starring William Shatner and Ernest Borgnine. Ernest Borgnine.
Okay, you sold me.
Ernest Borgnine is the leader of the satanic cult. It's rad. Anyway, go watch that movie and then find. I think you'll know exactly which scenes to use. This song, okay. But Dylan, your thoughts on this song, though?
I thought it was all right. I'm not crazy about it, but it's a good song. I liked it. I enjoyed it. Cool. I think I need more time to get into Merciful Fate more. I feel like I don't know. I'm not into them quite yet. You know what I mean? I need to listen to some more shit.
Spend some time with them. This album is a great starting point. Melissa is a fantastic record.
I've tried Melissa a few times, but it hasn't connected with me yet.
Maybe try Don't Break the Oath then. Okay. Or maybe even go out of left field and listen to In the Shadows, which was their reunion album.
Oh,
yeah,
that's right.
That's a great record. So
That was off.
I do like I mean this is completely song of the week, unrelated. Fuck it, whatever. I do like Dangerous Meeting.
Oh yeah, that's a great
off
song.
of Don't Break
Oh, yeah,
That is a fucking
yeah.
bitchin' song.
Yeah. Dylan, I think you just need to spend more time, some more quality time with Merciful Fate. Because look, we won you over to Candlemas and Halloween. Here comes the next one. And those were vocal issues you had, so
yeah.
Come on, man. Okay.
Come on, man.
Shit. All right. Enough of that. But cool. So why don't we just talk about, or if we're good on this, Yeah. Okay. Why don't we talk about some upcoming shows that we've got, starting with this coming Friday the 13th. Oh, Hog, with support from Glowing Brain and our beloved Blade. Gonna be a fun time. I mean, Hog are like a 70s fuzz tone heavy rock style kind of band. Really cool. Glowing Brain, I think, are Doom. I just put them on a playlist. I'm going to be checking them out this week. And then Blade are Blade. We love Blade. It's just heavy metal power.
Glowing Brain is a great name for a band. By the way.
Isn't it? That name rules.
It's a great name. I am intrigued.
They better not suck, because that name rules. I'm sure they're fine. And I will be listening to them this week in preparation for this show. But I'm excited about this one. This is gonna be fun. And it's at the 6 Below Midnight, which was a neat spot.
Cool.
That was the show where we first saw Atomic Terror and met them, and we saw the wonderful French thrash metal band Antares on their first visit to the U.S. Hopefully not their last. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. Anyway, it's funny that show just popped up on Facebook memories for me. I'm like, oh my god, so we've come full circle. Back to our annual trip to the 6 Below Midnight. Here it comes. But anyway, the following weekend.
Oh yeah.
From the 19th through the 22nd, it is Rivera Fest. It is 3 days of whole shitload of metal bands and camping too, out in Myrtle Creek, Oregon. I am joking. Oregon is not pronounced that way, but Myrtle Creek, Oregon. And Atomic Terror are on this festival alongside a whole bunch of bands, La Cabra, Grave Witch, a lot of stuff that's too small for me to read right now. But this is going to be a good time for people to go. I am not. That's 3 days and camping, and that's just kind of too much of everything for me personally. But so there's some people who just eat this sort of thing right up, and more power to you. Go to this, please. That should be a really fun weekend, honestly. That's going to be cool.
I've always wanted to go to a metal festival where you camp, but I just can't handle that with scheduling now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? There is a different one that you may be able to go to that we're going to talk about in a few minutes. So maybe. Let's see. On June 21st at the High Watermark, benefit show for dudes getting out of priz. Chemical Annihilation are playing, and there's a tribute band to one of the worst bands of all time, Tool, also on the bill. I'll be leaving early, but Chemical Annihilation rules, and I'm definitely going to this. So good time. I mean, thrash with Chemical Annihilation.
Oh my god! I'm sorry, God.
Yes, in our notes, I just said Chemical Annihilation plus bro trash.
Bro trash.
Yeah. But anyway, that is the show. It is it's for a cause. It's a cause, yeah. It's a benefit, and Chemical Annihilation are rad. We're gonna go and rage to those guys for sure. And I don't mind an early night. I love an early night. So and then
fair
of course,
enough, yes.
Yeah, and also that's gonna be a thrash warm up for oh my god, the event of the fucking season. The following week, June 28th, it's the Metal Mania show with headliners for fucking thrash metal gods, Morbid Saint, with support from Acerbity, Battle Cattle, and Hallucinator. This is it's 4 thrash metal bands and wrestling. Kick ass, dude. This is going to be such a dope time. That's going to be at Stage 722, a venue I don't know, but we're gonna check it out. Yeah, so
we'll let you know how it is.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm going. What the fuck?
No, dear viewers.
Oh, okay. I'm like,
dear viewers, we will be letting you know how it is.
Oh, okay. All right. Like, what the fuck? Okay. Now I understand. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. Okay. July. Sorry, I didn't understand. July 9th at the Twilight. It's a Wednesday, but hey, the Northwest Thrash Metal Legends Coven will be playing. Oh man, love Coven. With support from Unprovoked, another thrash metal band from California. I think they're actually from Sacramento. Yeah, and also local death metalers, Truculence, will also be in support on that bill. But yeah, that should be cool. Wednesday, tricky proposition for me. Probably not going to make it me, but you do you, gang. Coven rules, so yeah. I mean, maybe it's worth it. Maybe it's worth the sleep sacrifice. Or the shitty day at work the next day. It's up to you. But yeah. Yes, and then July 19th. Oh man, what a show! Action Movie Metal Night returns. It's the Jean-Claude Van Damme edition, and yes, Headless Pez, Hyper Strike, Atomic Terror, and Full Metal Jackson will be heavy metaling your asses off this evening. These shows are always like a load of fun. They're so rad.
Oh, yeah.
All the pals come out to these. They're just great. Kudos to Jason Stairs. He's putting these on for years, and yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. This one's going to be one of the highlights of the summer. This is going to be really great. Let's see. August 1st and 2nd up in Seattle at the Substation. It is the first annual Soldiers of Steel Festival, and this is packed with classic heavy metal bands from the 80s and bands that are playing in classic heavy metal styles from right now. And wow, what a lineup. Leather, Q5, Danova, Serpent Rider, Greyhawk, Taste of Iron, Blade, Rope, Morgul Blade, Lord Weird Slewfeg, Heir Apparent, Solicitor, Coven, I Am the Intimidator, and Colony Drop. Wow. This is going to be a dope-ass time. I really want to go to this. Gonna be trying my ass off to be at this, because man, this is gonna be fucking fire. Don't pose out if you can make it. But yes, August 16th. Oh, another festival. It's the Fire in the Sky 5. There's a dozen bands. This is in Scio, Oregon. It is a campin' and metal thing. A dozen bands, including Atomic Terror and Dead Nexus, and These Cursed Hands, and a bunch of other bands that are like, I can't read their names because the print is really small. But that is going to be a full day of metal and good times. That's going to be some cool stuff. Go to that. Have fun. And then September 20th, another festival. It's Apocalypse at the Armory 2. This is going to be in Salem, Oregon. At the Armory. There's only 5 bands on the bill right now. I know they are still adding bands. Last year they did a dozen. Probably going to do something similar. But yeah, Within the Pyre, Dead Nexus, Within Caskets, These Cursed Hands, Chainbound. Should be a good time. $25. And yeah, hey, it's going to be a day of metal. That's the thing.
I went to the first Apocalypse at the Armory.
Yeah.
I hope this one's better. I hope it gets advertised more. I hope the turnout's better this time. I would like to go to this if I'm free.
Well, there you go. Well, hey, okay. Cool. Wow. All right. So I think that's about gonna wrap the show for this week. Chase, why don't you hit us with the sign off, baby?
All right. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and remember to lock up your children from destruction found.
All right. Thanks for watching. Good night, everybody.